Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to the second part of our series. Today we'll be discussing what is the second main pillar of what makes Salesforce awesome. As usual, the forward-looking statement and a disclaimer. Some basic information about me. I have almost 4 years of experience in working with Salesforce. In the previous video, we discussed campaigns and leads. Both of those are standard objects associated with Marketing Cloud, with the latter overlapping with Sales Cloud. Once marketing has gathered and qualified a lead, it's sales' job to further vet it. Would this person be a good fit as a customer? Do they seem like they are ready to buy? If the answer to either of these questions is no, sales will mark the lead as not qualified. So, if your sales team further decides to pursue this lead, they might want to convert it into a contact, account, or an opportunity. In this case, a contact is somebody who displays true potential as a customer, even if the actual sale may look long way off. Though it is worth noting that you can create contacts for anybody you want to keep track of, including competitors, partners, and even your own employees. When you convert a lead into a contact, Sales Cloud will also generate an account. An account simply represents the company the contact works for. Further into the sales process, you may acquire more contacts associated with the same account. Both contacts and accounts are standard objects that span the entirety of the Salesforce product suite. At the conversion state, a sales rep also has the option to create an opportunity. An opportunity is simply a potential deal. After a sale is won or lost, a sales rep can close the opportunity and the contacts and accounts remain in the system. So, as we saw, standard objects in Salesforce are metaphors for things that exist in real world sales cycle. You could achieve the above example using spreadsheet as well, but as time goes by and number of interaction goes up, it becomes impossible to keep track of everything. So Sales Cloud gives sales rep an easy way to view every interaction with a given lead or a contact, including those that involved in the marketing team or other salesperson. It's alright, they're a full picture of a real person. Instead of a standard sales pitch, your sales team will be able to address the specific needs of the potential customer who truly stand to benefit from the products and services that you sell. In turn, this will lead to a much happier customer during the service stage. So, as discussed, the diagram shows you how exactly revenue is generated. First, you have marketing campaigns which bring in leads into a system. These leads are further nurtured and then converted into opportunities, also known as deals, which inherently bring you revenue once they are closed. Let's look at a demo. In the previous video, we created two campaigns, smart laser printers and mini micro PCs, and saw how you add leads and contacts to these campaigns. In this video, we'll see how we can convert a lead into an account, contact, and opportunity. So whenever a lead is inserted into the system, the lead status is open, not contacted. Whenever you've had a conversation via email or let's say a phone call with the lead, you can set it to working contacted. So after this, if the lead is not interested in buying your product, you can set it to closed. Otherwise, you can convert this lead into an account and a contact, and optionally an opportunity. So you can do that by clicking on convert. So you have the option to create a new account or choose an existing account. So I don't already have an account named Krypton, so I'll create a new. You can create a new contact and a new opportunity. If you don't want to, you can just click this checkbox. Let's create an opportunity. So whenever you convert a lead, it will change the lead status to closed converted. So as you can see, we have created three records. One is an account, one is a contact, one is opportunity. Let's move on to the opportunity. In this, you can add whatever services you are providing. So it may be products or services. Whatever you are providing to the customer as part of this opportunity, you can add it via clicking on add products. So in this, you have to select a price book. So a price book is like the price of the product based on a particular channel, or maybe you want to do it via region. So if you do it via region, the common use case is to make few products available or unavailable in particular regions. So in this example, I have made two price books. One is bulk, one is retail. So let's say you have product A, belonging to both price books, but you can set different prices based on the price book. So the price of the product in bulk might be $100. In the retail price book, it might be $150. So based on that, you can change prices of the same product. So let's select retail here, and you can add products only from one price book to an opportunity. If you want to select a different price book, all your products will go away. You'll have to add them again. So let's select all three. So if you plan to upsell the customer with, let's say, extended warranty, that's a good thing. This is the start date, basically from where when the service or your product, basically the product life cycle will start. So after this, there is another object which I have not enabled yet, but it is called quotes. So basically, you will send a formal quote to your customer that these are the products which we'll be providing. This is the total amount, and you can create basically quote templates for your company. So it will create a formal quote in the form of a PDF, and it will mail it to the customer. Apart from this, the sum of all your opportunity line items or your opportunity products is reflected in amount. So this is the total amount of this opportunity. So that is all about opportunity. In the next video, we'll be looking at Service Cloud. Thank you.